Hey guys, welcome back to another Let's Play Kingdom Come Deliverance with me, Dave. David, your host on the Via Partners in Crime 2. Remember to go get a like, subscribe, helps us continue to produce content, improve on quality content over time. Now, without further ado, we left off. We were up here in another herb collecting area that I like to go to in near Ratai. Um, you guys are watching the last video here. We're gonna be in this video. We're gonna be collecting more herbs. Should have dropped off all the herbs I had. And we're going to be collecting more herbs from here. And then we'll probably go to Ledechko, I think it's called. It's some little town up there in the middle of nowhere up there. What the heck is that? There's a quest giver there. I never experienced a quest giver right there. Yeah, I never experienced that before. Whatever. But, yeah, there's supposed to be a little town like Ledechko or whatever you call it. We're going to head over there after we do a little bit of farming here. And it's probably, I'm trying to think what time of day it is. Yeah, probably once we do a little bit of farming here, the herbalism here, we're probably going to run over to drop the stuff off, do a little bit of sleeping, eating, stocking, restocking, all that stuff. I like to do thick-blooded, which is that bleed slower. So, yeah. Alright, anyways, guys, we're going to get that like, subscribe, and I will see you guys on in the game here. You're more than welcome to fast forward until when we're down at the field. We're heading on to Lajechko. You're more than welcome to fast forward that part. But we're going to be here in this field for a little bit because there's a lot of marigold over here I like to grab. And I'd like to grab some nettle too while I'm at it. Alright guys, so I'm going to turn off the mic now and I'll turn it on when we're done with the field. And we're headed over to Lajechko. So peace. Alright, guys. Now, if I recall, somewhere in the woods over here, if I recall, somewhere up in the woods right here, there is a grave you can dig out that gives you some stuff. And in Ratai, there's like a boar hunting spot back here somewhere. You guys can go hunt boar, as well as there's some unique grave sites and chests and ruins back there somewhere as well. You guys can go look in for it. But be careful though. I have had a few odd turn of events where I accidentally somehow managed to run into a tartar, but normally you're normally fine back there in the back there, up in the woods. Normally there isn't anything back there, but like I said, I have run into a tartar like once in a blue moon back there in the back. And I hate tartars with pikes. Oh god, they're annoying too. They're also an annoying bunch. Tartars with pikes, meaning they keep their distance from you when you're trying to get at them. They're kind of annoying butt munches, but anywho, like I said, but that's all I really know in that area. We're gonna go ahead and start heading back because it's starting to, as you guys can see, it's starting to get nightfall. It's almost 7 o'clock. We're gonna go ahead and pick a few more nettles here and there. We're gonna like to try to get off the main road right there because, as I said, it's a hairy road right there. It can turn bad very quickly. And at least on this road, I know what's over here, so might not see as many nettles as I need to over here. That's fine. And like I said, we'll drop off the stuff and head on over to the Dechko, or whatever you call it, little town north of Ratai. I just want to make sure I try to get as much of the nettle as I possibly can, because nettle is a big thing also. Like, I believe you have to have I think you have to have 2 marigolds and 1 nettle per batch. That's why you have to get a whole bunch of it to actually make it worth your while. But I mean, it's still not bad. I mean, you're gonna get I think you get you get really good at it. I think you max out about 30 gold pieces for it actually. So you get really good at selling and whatnot. I think you can actually max out the gold you get from it up to 30 pieces. So I mean, it's not a bad investment. If you guys are looking to make monies by legitimate means, but it just takes a lot of grinding. I mean, a lot of grinding. And there's another issue. I don't know if they've patched it yet, though. But there was another issue that I had for a long time until I found out there was a glitch with the horse trader in Neuhof. There was a glitch. I don't know if they patched it yet or not, where you could sell, and you sell a bunch of your stock to her, and what will happen is the money you sold is doubled in her inventory. So the next thing to come, she could buy double the amount basically from you, which is what I found to be very helpful in all honesty, because most buyers don't have that kind of money just lying about all the time. So I mean, it really does help out when trying to sell your inventory. Now I know why they have it that way. Why they have it a certain way is because you talk to several people. You just talk to them. Don't even have to pick any options or whatnot. Your speech does improve slowly, but it does improve. That's why they're trying to get you to sell and buy through a bunch of marketing transactions so your speech can improve. But if you want to sell a bunch quickly, if they haven't patched the glitch up, exploit, I mean, it's one of my most favorite exploits in the game, believe it or not. Because and I had to find that out the hard way too. I don't even know if anybody actually found that exploit. But Then again, who knows? You know, it might have been found, and I just didn't update it for ages because when I work, I can't really update stuff very well. And when I finally get a chance to update it, I might have messed that up. So I don't know yet because I haven't tried that out in a while. Because I've taken a break from this game after I messed up personally on my own account when I was trying to play this game. Now I'll show you. I'll tell you guys and show you guys where I messed up at. And I actually made it really far in the game. I was actually really far in the game, which just kind of sucked. But it is what it is, and it gives me a chance to do a game with you guys. So yeah. All right. So I'm gonna drop everything off here. Inventory. Got a lot of marigold this time. Still gotta collect a bunch of nettle. I'm just gonna go ahead and just drop this stuff off because it's not really worth it. The shoes, I mean, because you wear out your shoes. Actually, you do actually wear out your shoes, which is actually kind of cool and interesting concept. I guess in a way it's kind of an interesting concept. Wearing out your shoes. Adds some realism to the game, I guess. I didn't even realize I had 20 lockpicks on me. Oh, alright. I think that's really all I had left to put in there. Nothing else is in there. I got quite a lot of marigold, but still not enough in my opinion. It's just a lot to go through. Now, I should probably go ahead and feed him and whatnot. So I'm going to eat from pot here. Check on his nourishment there. And, well, it's getting that point. At about a certain point, they actually stop. When you hear the bells chiming, they pretty much stop doing their thing for the day, which winds up kind of sucking. I didn't even realize there's a bunch of nettle up here. Nettles are going to be very helpful. Alright. Trying to think what I actually was going to go do now until I got sidetracked. Oh yeah, I was going to go get some more of one of the other places. At one of the other little campfires and just go to sleep. Man, this is cool too. So out here in Ratai, in the outskirts of Ratai, you have obviously you have the miller here, who Pashek here, and then you got the tanner. These guys always come down here. You got the tanner right there. You got the bathhouse, and then you got a few farmers out here that do their thing on this side of the this side of Ratai. You do have a few farmers, and there is actually a quest that takes you into the back area of Ratai. I don't really get out there very much, but there is a quest that gets you out there to the back of Ratai, and there are a few farms out there in the back side of Ratai. And then the other side of Ratai, obviously, is where all the other castle is. Like on this side, you have Purstein, which is supposedly where Sir Radzig is and all that. And you have on the other side is the bigger castle, where Hans, Capon, and them hold residency. Purstein's where Sir Radzig holds residency. Righto. Now, normally guards don't come out here and patrol the area, my knowledge and remembrance. Guards don't normally come out this way. Now there are a few farmhouses over there, And then there, if you keep going down the river, and then further down, it's going to be to your left. I believe, yeah, it's gonna be like over here somewhere. There's a woodcutter over there. Um, yeah. We're actually here. If it's on this side, or if it's on the other side, where there's like a abandoned shack of sorts, and got a little fishing thing and whatnot. Alright, like I said, I want to go feed him a little more, and then I'm gonna put him to bed. And then we'll head on to Ledechko in the morning, crack of dawn. You guys, so you guys can get on over to Ledechko. You'll see what that's all about. And there's some other good spots in Ledechko. That's why I'm also. And now bads are also a good thing to have. And believe it or not, I used to get in like this routine, like when I was playing by myself, right? I'd get in this routine where I'd like, be like a medieval person, and I'd go in the morning to church, then I'd go do my little thing, you know, work, and in the evening I go to church, and then the baths, and there's always, I was trying to, keep some, we call it, realism to it. It was always, interesting and fun in a way. In my opinion, but that's just me. I'm a weirdo. I don't deny it. I don't deny it. I'm a geek and a weirdo at the same time. I don't deny it. Alright. Oh, wrong thing. Did not want the dandelions. I wanted that nettle. Alright. More herbalism. Alright, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and hop on. Put him on the bed. Woo, I washed myself off. Bam. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn off the mic again, guys, so you guys can enjoy the game itself on the way to Ledechko. Then when we get there, I may talk a little bit about where the good spots are after we see around Ledechko. So, alright guys, we'll turn off the mic again so you guys can enjoy. And I'm probably going to drop some stuff off too before we go. Alright, peace guys. Alright guys, I'm back here to talk a little bit here about Ledechko. Um, there are some quests that do take you here, and it's a quiet little town for the most part. Oh, where's the thief at? Where's the thief at? Alright, let's get this guy.
You'll pay for that. You showed him. Thank you, the thieving magpie. You can't trust anyone these days. And just so you know, I'm no pinch boss. Here's a small reward.
Yeah, you are so awesome. Oh, my bad. Alright. Has he got anything else on him? He's a thief, so shouldn't really matter too much. What I take from his... What I take from him. Yeah. Well, you don't kill the guy, though. You kill him, you get in trouble. So, I mean, there was a bandit sitting in there, and no one stood up to him or said anything. But, and then they're just a weird thing to have happen, but, it happens. Now, that's the mill. It's the Miller area over here. This guy, for Matthew and Fritz, they'll go there. So just FYI, if you guys are looking for, that's part of the quest line for them. Go there. Now, there's also some stuff over here in Ledechko. You gotta do quest line wise. Like, there's a haunted house over there, and ghosts and all that stuff. There's some interesting stuff over here. Quest wise in Ledechko. There's some rotten food all over the place. That's the tailor or the scribe or something. I think there is like a scribe here, but they don't do much. It's kind of like the scribe and Retai. They don't do much. You can never really talk to the scribe and Retai without getting in trouble. And there's a road, by the way, that leads out of town this way. Right in this area, in the flatland, you don't have to worry about it. But this road, this is one of the main roads, I believe, to Sasau, I believe. Yeah, this road here, I believe, is the main road to Sasau. And it gets dangerous in here, in the woods. There's always somebody right there who will want to attack you. There is actually a safer and more, there is actually a safer route to Sasau, but you gotta go over the hill and through the woods. In a different way, in a different path. And it requires a lot of, it requires, basically, you gotta go, basically where I was telling you about that, little place over there. And there is a way to go over the hill and through the woods, and you get there, a little safer and sounder. Right, not, and then you gotta go jump over the bunch of woods. Yeah. Yeah, this is Ledechko, so you guys now know where Ledechko is. It's one of the major towns. There's a few other little smaller towns, and then you got Sasau, which is another big major town. Out of the game, Ratai, Ledechko, Sasau, Townberg, and Ushitz are the big towns. You got smaller towns like Neuhof and whatnot, but you know how those are. Now, as I recall in the game, the three major towns in the area it's not considered under Skalitz rule, because Skalitz was Radzig's region, and so is Rovna, right? But those regions are or all been pillaged by, what's his face? Presvolitz is part, and Ushitz is part of Townburg, if I recall, and there's another town that's part of Townburg this way somewhere. And then Neuhof, Ledechko, and a few little, there's another town somewhere up in here that's part of, all part of Retai's territory. And the Sasau, I believe, has like one town in its territory, if I recall. But yeah, it's an interesting game, put it that way. Uh, oh, and there is like an abandoned town somewhere over there too. It's somewhere over there. It's like an abandoned fort. There's some history behind it. I forget. I have to remember that history to tell you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that and show you guys the Dutchko here. We're gonna do a little bit of picking here, and then we're probably gonna call it. I'm not trying to do a whole lot right now. We're just doing a bunch of gathering herbs and whatnot for a while. This is probably gonna be a lot of videos in the next while as we gathered herbs and then alchemy. But once we get to that point where we feel comfortable, there's still gonna be a lot of grinding. Like for example, probably gonna be working on my strength and my archery for a while. And we probably will do a little bit of sword fighting maybe here and there. Oh, and believe it or not, there are also fight clubs. I didn't even realize this for a while. I knew about the one in Ratai, but there's actually fight clubs all over the place. There's one in I'm trying to remember where the other where one of them is. I think one of them is around here, not too far. Like Neuhof area or whatnot. And, I have to remember where they're all at. There's a few of them. One's in Sasau, I do know that. I didn't even know about that until I actually had to do a quest, and I kind of messed all that up. Because I didn't do it sooner. I didn't go over to what's the face sooner. So, something to consider. Not a lot of people tell you about, games sometimes, what you gotta do. There's certain things are better being done at a certain time versus later. So you don't mess things up or miss things or whatnot. Another thing that upset me in this game is, like you're supposed to be able to set the thing down, but I must have accidentally picked it back up. Like there's a bowl you're supposed to get, and it's like a bowl or whatnot, like a holy bowl.
What?
Oh, he's not gonna do anything. I'm just picking crap, He's like, ooh, what's that? What's going on? He ain't gonna do much to me. No, I'm just being a herbalist. It's all this stuff. Even though it's technically on their land, believe it or not, in a way, since it's technically on their land...
Who's there?
They're going to say something, but they're not going to say anything to me. It's just that time of day and over here. But in reality, always remember, before you go on someone's property, don't just go on someone's property and start picking things, doing things, or without their permission. Just, FYI, like, when it comes to, like, hunting, or, okay. Yeah, but yeah, when it comes to hunting, or, picking things on a person's property, like if you're doing what I'm doing, being a herbalist, for example, and you got a bunch of remedies and herbs you're going to pick on their property, you need to ask permission before you go do something like that. Because it's technically on their property, which means it's technically theirs. They own it. So, just FYI for you guys in the future, so you guys will know this. and don't mess up, by going on someone's property and picking something you're not supposed to, or doing something you're not supposed to, like hunting, for example, or picking herbs or whatever. You know, well, it could be theirs. They grew it. But by technicality, it's on their property. They own it. But I don't need to really lecture you guys about that stuff. Just, give you guys a heads up. Don't be doing what I'm doing. Walking on people's properties and stealing stuff. Well, it's not really stealing, but it is. But it isn't. In this game, it isn't. But it is technically. So yeah. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. See what all we can find here. Now it's about that 45 minutes. Oh, and one of the quests, it asks for a purple flower, right? On one of the quests at the monastery, one of the health quests, the purple flower is not the thistle. You could try the thistle, but from my recollection, it is the sage actually. I mean, that's what I tried. That's what I did, and it worked. So it's worth remembering that. Um, yeah. Da, da, da. Yeah, and the butcher lady is the one who will hire you for it's like a ghost quest or something like that. She'll hire you to do, but you have to have a little more renown and whatnot. And that's the bailiff for the Dechko. And there is like a haunted house over there somewhere. So yeah, it's just somebody trying to sell their wares. I always like to try to read shrines in a way because they're supposed to help his reading at times too. That's one of the things you want to try to also improve over time. Even though it doesn't really matter too much about his reading, it does help some. And there are certain things. And here's some beehives. Woo! Some honey. This is the haunted house or haunted shack, whatever you're gonna call it. I don't think there was ever anything in here. I don't think. We'll leave those alone for now. Make sure they'll stay in there. Yeah. Leave those alone for right now. It is like a quest item, so just leave them there. Alright. You know what? I may make another video here. I just it's been a long time since I made this series, and yeah, I really do actually like this game. It's just I got agitated when all that happened before. So, but it's been 45 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, and then we're gonna make a short next video before we hop on to something else. Alright guys, remember to get that like, subscribe, helps us continue to produce content, improve quality content over time. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!